Hello, welcome again to the last lesson of morphology in the kinds of words. My name is Paco Pampoon. I am your educator, and let's dive in. So today we are continuing on the the kinds of words, talking about abbreviations. These are the shortened forms of words that consist only of the capital letters of the words in the name of something. When we have the name of something as a sentence, we just look at the words, we take every first letter of each word, we combine them together, we bring them together, and we create one abbreviated word, which is very short, which we can use to call that particular thing. They do not have full words from the actual name. We do not use the full words from the actual name. We just put the first letters of each word. For example, the United Kingdom. I'm going to the UK, mate. You don't necessarily have to say the United Kingdom always. The UK, we just take the U in front of United and the K in front of Kingdom, and then we put them together, we come up with the UK, a very short and nice version of the United Kingdom. So as the First National Bank, we take the letter first, the letter F on the word first, we take the letter N on the word national, and we take the letter B on the word bank. We put them together, we come up with F and B. Don't go for the second letter, always go for the first letter. That's how it should be. Bed and breakfast, the most popular one of them all. I'm going to a breakfast. I slept at a bed and breakfast. Now, let's also try to make it short. It becomes bed. We take B because it's the first, and we take A. Breakfast, we take B. When we combine them, it becomes a B and B, giving us a bed and breakfast. You see how simple it is. It is things that we live with, things that are just around us. Now, we have another kind of word called a blended word or blended words. These are the words that are used to create new and absolutely new meaning. Now let's hear what are the blended words. These are the words formed by combining two or more words. They are not like compound words. Remember compound words, you just take one and two and you put them together. When it comes to blend, remember that blender that we normally use in the kitchen. We put fruits in there, vegetables in there, and then when we press start, it blends everything. It just mixes everything. Everything mixes up and it becomes just one liquid that people drink. So after that, we can't separate an apple from the banana. We can't separate oil from sugar. We can't separate water from so and so. So it is the same thing as blended words. We blend them. We take a portion of that and a portion of that. We bring them together and we create one new word with an actual deep meaning. Now, one way is to combine portions of two or more words to create a new word. We do not take, remember in compound words, we take all of the words. We take the full word and we bring them together. Here, we don't do that. We just take a portion of that and a portion of that, and then we put them together, and then we create one new word. For example, motor plus hotel. A motor is a vehicle. A hotel is an accommodation establishment where people normally go to sleep. But when we take motor and hotel and we blend them to create a blended word, we come up with a motel. A motel is that establishment where people just go for the night in case they are if maybe they're on a road trip or to another place, so forth. So it becomes a motel. It's a blended word. We took a portion more that I highlighted, and we took another portion tel that I highlighted from hotel. We put them together. We didn't take the whole word. Remember, with with compound words, we took everything, but with blended words, we just take portions. Breakfast plus lunch. What is it? Test your brain. 3, 2, 1. It's brunch. Because we take breakfast we add it with lunch. We take the B and then the BR, and then we take the UNCH, we put them together, it becomes brunch. It is that meal. Remember, breakfast is the meal of the morning, lunch is the meal during the day, in the middle of the day. Now brunch becomes a combination of the two because it is eaten in between. It is eaten in that time which is between the time of the two meals. That is why we refer to it as brunch. Now, web plus log, electronic plus mail, clap plus crash. They will give us, please test yourself. The hint that I will give is that electronic plus mail gives us an email, because something that is electronic is something that happens electronically, that cannot be touched but can be seen on the internet or online. And a mail is something that we deliver, a piece of paper written with some message that has to be sent over to someone. Now it becomes an email, a message that is delivered online. That is my hint. Please test yourself on the others. Now we have morphemes. Morphemes are the smallest units of meaning in a language. In English grammar and morphology, a morpheme is a meaningful linguistic unit consisting of a word such as dog or a word element such as the S at the end of dogs. That can be divided into smaller meaningful parts. When we talk about a morpheme, we're talking about a linguistic unit that can't be broken into different parts. We can't dismantle the letter S, and mostly it is one letter in many occasions, but it's not always. That is why we have like this, ish, an, de, press, so etc. Now, those are the different kinds of morphemes that we have. The ish, the this, the an, the de, the press, the s, the full, etc. When we add them to a word, it either increases it to become plural, or it increases or it changes the context of the word. When I say dog, and then I decide to add the morpheme s, it becomes an s serves as a meaningful linguistic unit. And when I add it to dog, it becomes dogs. And dogs is the plural of dog. At the end of the day, the s can't be divided, but it changed the meaning of dog into becoming plural. Language is so amazing. So, when we continue, here is an example. Child. It's a small child that we are talking about. But when we add the morpheme ish, it changes from a child to childish. It changes from a noun to a situation, because a child is that small human being that we normally have around us. The children that are playing, the young children, the young kids, the young people. But now when I add a morpheme ish, it now tends to become a situation. That person is childish, meaning that person behaves like a child. So the morpheme normally changes the context or the meaning. In this way, it changed the context from the word, from the noun to the situation. Fear plus fool. Fear, it's a noun we use to call a feeling of being afraid of something. But when we take the morpheme full and we add it to fear, it becomes a situation of being in fear. It's no longer fear as a word, as a term, or fear as a noun, but it becomes now a situation of being in fear. So it becomes fearful, a situation of being in fear. Father, it is a male figure who is the lead of the family, who is providing for us, who's taking care of us, who's making sure that we're safe, Yes, that is our Father. He goes to work, he comes back in the afternoon, he makes sure we are safe. That is the noun. But when we add a morpheme on the word father, let's add the morpheme hood to the noun father. It becomes fatherhood. Now it becomes a situation of being a father. It is no longer a noun used to call a father figure, but now it turns from that into becoming a context of a situation where we describe the situation of being a father. A fatherhood is a situation where you live in provision of your family, you live being the father figure of your family, you live experiencing as a figure, as a father figure of the family. It is not just a noun used to call you, but a situation which you are in as a father. So that is the deep and the most wonderful part of learning the kinds of words. So this has been an exciting journey. Let us meet in the next lesson where we are going to talk about something more and something great. We are going to be covering another topic, but don't forget to do the quiz or the worksheet and the study material. Goodbye.